Right, a follow-up video after my review of this cooker. I'll try and be brief and then I'll waffle afterwards to go into detail. We bought this from Curry's in November 22. In November 23 it started to go wrong with the main oven, and on Christmas Day 23 it packed up altogether when the turkey was in there. So it's now January the 14th 2024. We have had a settlement from Curry's. A settlement, not a satisfactory settlement, but we've had a settlement that we are going to accept. So this is now scrap, written off and going in the bin. It is to do with the electronic gas safety device, or the electronic flame fail device in the main oven. And I've seen a few reviews since on, say, AO.com. There's about 4 people on there who've had the same problem. Somebody's had the 2 problems with the main oven twice in 10 months. So I'll go into what the problem is now. So this is the Canon. Look in the notes below in the comments, because it'll have more details of what this model is. And it is a Canon Hotpoint, and it also affects, the engineer said, some of the Rangemaster cookers with the same sort of system with the electronic flame fail device. So have a look in the notes below for the latest updates, because I don't think I'll be making another video after this one. So to add, what's happened? We had a Canon cooker for about 30 odd years before this one, the silver one. It's a lovely cooker, we loved it. And we never had a problem with it. So anyway, we decided to have a new one. And this one, I think what the problem is, let's be honest, what they've done is they've tried with all good intent to improve it, to upgrade the design, and basically they've ended up fixing something that wasn't broke. And they've put in this electronic gas safety device. Now either they've cocked up the design or they haven't tested it enough before they put it out on the market. But whatever happens, it looks like it's not working. So with all the best intent, you know, and we've had a settlement, I don't know how other people are going to get on, but the idea of this video is to help others to understand what's going on, so they can take the appropriate course of action. It would be nice if Canon Hotpoint actually admitted it and sorted something out to fix it. Now, I've been online and I cannot find the part number for the gas safety device in here. If you put the model number into any of the spare parts places for cookers, it doesn't come up because it's such a new model that they're not doing the spare parts yet. I don't know if Canon have got them. So what I'm going to do is, we've ordered a new cooker. So when that comes, this is going in the garage, and then I'm going to have a look in the back and see if I can get the part number just to help others out. I'm not going to change it and spend any money on it. I'm just going to get rid of it. But before I do that, I'm going to see if I can find the part number. If anybody else knows the part number already, then please put it in the comments below and save me the hassle. Okay? So I'll explain now what the problem is. Right, I'll start by explaining the ordinary, conventional gas safety device, the gas flame fail device. And you all know what this is. You press the button in. You've got to press the button in, and there's a spring. You can feel the spring, and you've got to compress the spring. That is the gas safety device, and you are overriding it. And then on this one, you can hear the spark. That's the electronic ignition. And then you hold it in, don't you? You hold it in for a bit until it warms up the thermocouple. And then once the thermocouple's warm, you can let go and it'll keep the gas going. But what happens is, if the flame blows out, the thermocouple goes cold and it shuts the gas off. There's a little bit of gas comes through, but not enough to blow your house up, but just enough that you can smell it. But that's the gas safety device. Now, the electronic version. This is the electronic button. There is no spring. You cannot press it in even if you wanted to. What you do is you turn it, and you turn it to set it, that light comes on, and that's to say it's in ignition mode, and it clicks like that until the gas lights. Of course, it's not lighting because it's faulty. But under normal circumstances, that would light the gas, and then it goes off like that. Because it's not lit, it just does that for a certain amount of time, and then it gives up the ghost. So it's not lit, the oven, and we're not going anywhere. No, what's supposed to happen is that you set that, it ignites the gas, and then it gets the oven up to temperature, and once it's up to temperature, it cuts the gas off altogether. Now, on a conventional way, the gas flame just dies down, doesn't it? You can see the flame at the back there. It goes very, very small, but it's still there. This one, the idea is to save gas. It's a bit like your eco setting on your car when you pull up to the lights and it stops the engine, and then you start again and it goes, like buses as well. But this is the idea, is that it cuts the gas off altogether and shuts it off until the temperature drops down a little bit, and then it ignites again and warms it back up again. So this light keeps coming on during your cooking cycle. That light comes on and it clicks and it ignites the gas, and then it warms up and then it goes off again. And it does that all the way through the cooking cycle. But what happened was, after about 12 months, we sort of set it for an hour and you clear off, and after about half an hour or so, it just wouldn't supply gas, and so it didn't cook. But there's no alarm. It doesn't tell you that it's not lit. It just doesn't light. So you don't know what's going on. So you'd come back and your stuff wouldn't be cooked. And then it got worse and worse to the point now where it won't even light. So the thing is shut off altogether. So that's where we are now. So what's our story? Well, we bought the cooker, as on the other video. We bought it in November 22. We had this problem. Luckily, we took out the 5-year care plan. And thank goodness we did. Otherwise, we'd been in a mess. It cost us 550 something for the cooker. We paid 130 for the 5-year plan. It was then £100 fitting and 25 quid to deliver it. And if they wanted to take the old one away, that was going to cost us another 20 quid, but I took that down the tip. We've just bought a new Beko, and this time, just today, this morning, we've ordered it, and that, the delivery, the fitting has gone up to 115. That's gone up 15%. Somehow the inflation at Currys has gone up 15% for the fitting. But the delivery has come down. We were told 25 quid when we had this one, but this time we had a look in the list, and as I went along the list, it went down to £20. And I said, why is that £20? She says, because it's further away. Because if you have it in the next few days, it's 25, but if you wait a bit longer, it's 20 quid. Well, I didn't know that. The other day, I was just told it was 25 quid, pay up. So bear that one in mind. So anyway, yeah, Christmas Day, after Christmas, we rang the number and we got through to a lady in South Africa. And she said she took all the serial number. She wanted the serial number as well and everything. There's quite a lot of detail, but we got all the paperwork. So we gave her all that. And she said they'll get in touch. So, yeah, fair enough. They did get in touch. And the engineer came round. And we were bothered because you know what it's like when you report a fault and they come in and they switch it on and it would do it. And we thought, oh, I hope it does it, because if it, it works, and they say, well, there's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, he came in and he was quite confident. And if I'd swear that he knew what he was looking for, because he walked in, he went straight in. We told him what the problem was. He tweaked the button, had a look in there, and he said, yeah, it's your gas safety device. He said, unfortunately, I haven't got one on the van. But he says, we have this problem with the Rangemasters as well, and we haven't got the spares in. So he says, what we'll do is we'll order one, and then as soon as we get it, we'll rearrange to come and fit it for you. Fair enough, he was a nice enough bloke. And he went. And we looked in the terms and conditions, and under the terms and conditions of the care plan, if they can't fix it in 7 days, then they'll replace it with a new one. That's what they say in the shop. We will replace it with a new one. Right, so after 7 days, I phoned them again, somebody in South Africa, And she said, okay, I'll start the write-off process for you. So there's this term called write-off. Now, to me, write-off is when you smash your car up, but apparently this is now a write-off. And replacing it, they don't actually replace it. They don't send you a new one of these. What they do is they send you an e-gift card to spend in Currys. And they sent us an e-gift card. And it was for the value of everything we'd paid out 13 months ago, minus 15 quid. I don't know why it was minus 15 quid. Not like they took it off, it just, that's the amount on this e-gift card. But we get to keep this. Because they just said, do you want us to take your old cooker away? I said, no, you can stick it in the garage. So I'm going to keep this. But obviously the fitting's gone up by 15 quid. So I'm short by 30 quid now. But to be fair, or to be honest, that's the best we're going to get, isn't it? We could go to the hassle of complaining and going through rigmarole or whatever, but it's not worth it. We just want the cooker sorting out. And that's where we're at the minute. We've ordered it this morning. It's coming in 7 days' time, a week's time, next Sunday, and this will go in the garage. And I think that's about it. That's all I can say. So hopefully what we need to do is to find out what the problem is, what the part number is, because, you know, for the sake of, I mean, they're up to about 100 quid for the flame failure devices that I've seen, and cheaper than that, most of them. But it depends what this electronic one, it probably takes 300 quid. But anyway, we'll see what we can sort out, but read the notes, the comments below for updates, and I'll try and keep on top of it. Okay, edit. I said I wasn't going to do a follow-up, but here's a follow-up. I don't know I might even edit it onto the problem video, but anyway, here it is. It's in my garage, and I've had a quick look at the back. I haven't done anything yet, but it's interesting that there's a panel there that comes off. A couple of screws there, I don't know what they do, I'll have a look in a minute. But then down the side here, there's a load of screws. And they are all just screws, they're just Phillips screws, they're not even Torx or anything. But there's a load down there, there's a panel there, but there's 1, 2, 3 screws, there's not one behind there. And there's none along the bottom where you can't see because I've had a look. So I've got my electric screwdriver, I'm going to whip this off and have a look and see what we find. Oh, here's another edit. I should just say quickly, after I put this video on first, somebody quickly came in and said that from August 2023, Hotpoint Canon have been making these without the electronic ignition. They've gone back to the conventional ignition on the main oven. So that's something to watch out for. Now, whether this could be converted or not, I don't know. So that's that panel removed. And all it is the mains electrical. The 3 wires coming in there through the mains, connections there, and then 3 wires going off. And this looks like some kind of thermostat wire, but it's not connected to them, it's just passing through. Oh, I can see it again down there as well as another one. Right, we'll get the big panel off then. Right, I've got the back off of the thing. Look, I've just opened it and swung it open. Look at this. Now about that for craftsmanship, eh? Anyway, let me just readjust myself. Ooh. Right, that's better. This is what we've got. Right, this is where that panel is that I removed. The connections come in, etc. There's a circuit board there, look, with some electronics on. And then just there, let me show you. Twist the camera, sorry if it's shaky, but that is at the top of the bottom oven. There is the top of the bottom of the oven, where my hand is. So that's the top oven, bottom oven. So that, I reckon that's a thermostat, or something to do with the thermostat at the top of the oven. Okay, and what we've got up here is this unit here, which is a potted thing. Got its electronics with resin in, and all these wires coming off it And there's a lot of them. Now I suspect these are to do with the piezo ignition. These are the electronic ignition for all the units, for all the hobs and everything. So they're working, and we know that the spark in the bottom oven is working. And we know that it's trying to turn on, so I think we can guarantee that the thermostat is working. So the thermostat works, tries to turn the gas on, the piezo works to try and turn the gas on, but something's not letting the gas through. And I reckon it's this little devil down here, because this pipe comes down from up there somewhere in the gods, but it comes down here. Hang on, show it on the camera. Right, do that again. This pipe comes down here from up there in the gods somewhere. It comes down here, down here. This is the bottom oven. Bottom of the bottom oven, there's a junction box there, and then a pipe going down in the bottom of there. Now that can only be going to the bottom oven because there's nothing else down there. And we've got this unit here. Now, if I go the other side where I can't see, you can see these are held on with spring washers. And we've got a number here. I'll hold that there so you can get that number. And there's two of them. And I'm not going to turn that one. I can't turn that one around. I'm not going to mess around taking them off. But they're loose. Look, they move. Like that. Now I'm going to take a very wild guess. I can't read what that says on there. But I'm going to take a very wild guess that these are solenoids. And when these wires are powered, they open this valve. And there's two of them. And I reckon it's either these that are faulty, or there's something on the circuit board that's faulty and not telling them to open. But these wires go back to there. They go back to that connection. Can I see it? Hold on, let me see. Let me get this clearer. Hold on. There. They go to that connection at the top there. And they go down to here. So my guess is it's something to do with these, or it's something to do with the circuit board. I don't know then. But yeah, so that is what we've got, and I don't think there's anything else I can tell you. I'm not going to try and repair it because I've had my money back. I'm going to now put this on Facebook and flog it. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful to somebody, and if you're afflicted with this, I wish you the best of luck.